Okay, so before we start the video, I thought I'd make some kind of announcement. I want to slowly stop showing my face on this channel. Let's just call it strategy. Okay, all right, let's get into the video. Now, I have been reading a lot of European philosophy lately, and I just realized American politics is really fucked, okay? On one hand, you have George Soros funded Hamas rallies, and on the other hand, you have people saying shit like abortion is murder, trying to brainwash their kids, church equals state, and all drugs except alcohol are bad. Like, bro, what the fuck? And then you have shit like climate change. Climate change has been memed so hard on both sides that it's just a genuine tragedy. Right? You have Bill Gates who says climate change is because of meat and we need to stop eating meat and we need to eat fake meat. And then you have Elon Musk saying climate change is because of cars and we need to drive electric cars instead. Like that is totally going to solve the problem. And then on the other end, you have the Koch brothers saying climate change is fake and we need to increase the subsidies to big oil. That is or to oil. I mean, okay, I guess big oil is another meme. Basically, we need to increase oil subsidies, okay, because climate change is fake and it was a ploy made by China to slow down the U.S. economic development. Like, these are your three options, okay? Pick one, okay? And then you have people like the Heritage Foundation saying that legalizing marijuana is bad. And then the arguments they use are actual lies. They say things like it has no health benefits, but alcohol does. Like, they give alcohol the health benefit pass, right? Like, I do think the quote-unquote health benefits of drugs is a little bit of a weird one. You should be very careful with that stuff. I get drinking a pint a day has some health benefits, but if you're drinking a pint of beer a day, that's a horrible fucking thing to do. Okay, you should not be doing that at all. There are much other better ways to get those quote-unquote okay, whatever. Point is, this is just double standard at play. It's either all of them or none of them. Okay, logical consistency, please. And they also lie. And now, I know many people use drugs unnecessarily. Like, I think because cannabis is becoming legal in a lot of places, a lot of people just start using it because, lols, why not? They fucking take that shit every day, and you shouldn't be doing that. I'm not endorsing that. This quote-unquote self-medicating is not really a good idea. And yes, alcohol can be abused too, and it is more addictive and dangerous than anything. And it has fewer health benefits. But you get the point I'm trying to make here. This is not a drug point. This is to highlight how the discussion is just completely hijacked here. Right? Alcohol makes you a risk to third parties and people who are not involved in the consumption or the production. And it is far more addictive than cannabis. And then let's use another really funny example. Forget about alcohol versus marijuana, right? Guns. Guns in the United States kill a lot of people. And they are designed to kill people. Wait, no, sorry. Guns do not kill people. Bad people with guns kill people. Right? Now let's apply the same standard for everything, right? Drugs do not kill people. Irresponsible people with drugs get themselves killed. Drugs are not bad. Bad people using them are bad. They say marijuana causes crime. Yeah, because it's illegal, dumbass. When alcohol was illegal during the prohibition, it also caused lots of crime. You get the point. One party claims to care about your quote-unquote freedom and claims to be against the quote-unquote woke mob, whatever that is, and then they want to restrict you as much as anybody else. They want to increase police measures, they want to increase police power, and they want to tell you how to live. And then you have the other side that basically cancels your ass and shit like that. Right? You want to drink yourself to liver cirrhosis? Perfectly cool. You want to smoke tobacco till lung cancer? Cool. You want to buy enough guns and ammunitions to wipe out the whole school, but you want to keep it for peaceful purposes?
To be used for peaceful purposes.
Cool. Want to explore your psychedelics with a little trip? Arrest that motherfucker. Want to smoke a joint a year? Arrest that nick. And then again, on the other side is no better, okay? This is not necessarily a political video. I'm just trying to show how everything is just hijacked. That's the point of this video, right? You have people saying Israel stole Palestine land. This is just wrong. And again, I don't want to uncover the history of the British Mandate or the Jewish people buying land for triple price and then offering peace more than 5 times, conceding the Sinai Peninsula to Egypt, and all this shit. Or the fact that Israel is the only country in the Middle East where a non-Jewish person can be a politician, where women can wear dresses, and apostates aren't killed. If Palestine drops the guns tomorrow, there will be peace, and Gaza will be rebuilt with Israel's tax money, okay? If Israel drops its guns tomorrow, we will see another Holocaust. This is just fact. And the Heritage Foundation wants to say they support deregulation to support small businesses. But then they support the extensive intellectual property laws we have today by arguing it is woven in the Constitution, quote unquote. I mean, sure, it might be mentioned there, but there's still a lot of interpretation and legal framework built on top of that. IP laws have also changed a lot. Whatever. Now look, I will just pretend that IP has some kind of use. Okay, even though I would argue it has no use and stifles competition completely. But the extensive intellectual property we have today is extremely pathological and destroys competition altogether. And it incentivizes firms to renew patents as opposed to making new breakthrough discoveries. Even Daddy Milton Friedman, okay, warned about the dangers of extensive intellectual property laws. They also want to get the Heritage Foundation, and the 2025 Republican plan also wants to get rid of the Federal Trade Commission, which is the only thing trying to protect consumers by advocating for things like right to repair and writing papers called Nixing the Fix. And then you have idiots like Hassan Piker. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that guy. If you know who that guy is, you probably spend too much time on the internet anyway. In fact, if you know who any of these things are, you probably spend too much time on the internet anyway. Everything I'm mentioning in this video is a propaganda network. Even the scientific scientific studies are not propaganda, but in order to know about them, you kind of have to be an internet nerd. Let's be honest. And yes, honestly, the Heritage Foundation just wants to make America like the Middle East. Totalitarian, highly unequal, and a dominant ruling class. The only difference, of course, is the religion. Instead of having Christianity, you have Islam. And I guess alcohol is still going to be around, so teehee, I guess. And with the amount the left wing seems to sympathize with Islam, I think this might actually be a common ground between the sides. And then, yeah, you have left wing is basically associated with pushing closer to an open society. That is what it is. Jordan Peterson calls this Marxism, but the truth is this is called pauperism. I read an article in Spanish about this recently, about the confusion between these two terms. And due to the misery open societies cause, people start to abuse drugs like crazy. And then the right wing points at that and says, we gotta crack down on this bullshit, make it illegal, arrest random motherfuckers on the streets again. And then at the same time, corporations become more and more powerful. Economic struggle increases, and raw milk is still illegal, okay? You cannot buy raw milk in the United States, or anywhere for that matter. And then the monopolies in pharmaceuticals, farming, and tech are still protected. Healthcare is still unaffordable because it is impossible to repair hospital equipment due to the anti-competition and extensive intellectual property these companies practice. The Heritage Foundation claims it is for the people, but does not mention free software once. It claims to support small businesses, but does not criticize anti-competition laws and gigantic monopolies. Or the Prime Act, which will allow small farmers to sell again. The left wing pretends to support LGBTQ rights, and then they wave the Hamas flag. And they support Islam like crazy. I guess this is the biggest paradox of this all to me. They claim they want to stop climate change, but then they buy the same dumbass shiny products every year. They consume Twitch, they consume McDonald's, and so on. And they suck off to OnlyFans, and they do the most degenerate shit known to humanity. Okay, I'm not trying to make the degen argument here, but just bear with me. You guys know what it means. And this is kind of why European politics to me seems better, although I guess politics has always been a shit show, but sure. But when I read a European philosophy, I guess, you'll have things like the anarchist movement, you'll have things like Pierre-Jacques Proudhon, Rudolf Rocker, you'll even have Albert Camus. You just have a range of ideas. Even European politics, they have multiple parties. It's not just two parties. America, there's just two things. But I mean, I guess that politics is a shithole too. I'm not trying to make an America-Europe war here. But I guess most of the Enlightenment philosophers were in Europe, so I guess that's kind of the influence. America, I guess you have John Locke. I mean, I don't think he was American either. Adam Smith was also Scottish, so you have that. And yeah, and I think Europe at least has some kind of culture. American culture after the 1950s has just been McDonald's or something. So yeah, I'll make more videos, but honestly, I don't know what to make videos about these days. Software stuff, I don't really do it anymore. So I guess I'll just make videos about whatever I feel like. I mean, let's face it, this channel is never really going to go big anyway. And if you're watching videos like this, I'm sorry, my guy, you're kind of wasting your time. You should stop watching videos like this. But yeah, thanks for your time and have a nice day, I guess.